U.S. steel soaring over 20% late in the session after President Trump announced his support for a long embattled partnership between the company and Japan's Nippon Steel, saying the American industrial will remain in the United States. The president writing on Truth Social that the move will create at least 70,000 jobs and add $14 billion to the economy, the majority of the investment set to occur over the next 14 months. Grasso, you have been a believer that this deal would go through.
The president had to do something. This was a definitely consensus view, whether you're a Democrat or whether you're a Republican. President Biden was the same way. He didn't want to let the deal go through. President Trump didn't want to let the deal go through. But I knew that that price of $55, which was the original price for the Nippon deal, they had to do something to get it back there because you felt as if the shareholders and the workers were sold out. At this point, with it trading at 54 or so, let's trade at 52, but I'm going to hold on a little bit longer. But this is the top for me. I don't think this is more of a ceiling than a floor for the name. I don't see how realistically short term U.S. Steel trades higher. I'm long it from $30. I don't see it trading at 60 or 65. 55 was the deal price. I'm going to exit as close to 55 as I can.
Mike, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's what the ARBs are doing, too. So there was a lot of activity in it, but the activity was actually selling out of the 50 line. That was open interest that was opened ahead of this announcement. So, the activity usually is that you're going to have a couple of the ARBs in there, and they will play it for the last couple percentage points. What they'll typically do is own the stock, and then they'll sell some upside calls at the deal price up and around $55, because that's going to be the lid on it. I mean, there's not going to be another buyer coming in this environment, I don't think.
Yeah, and so therefore, I don't know why you're trading for the extra $3. I mean, it's not like there's a feeding frenzy around these assets. I mean, I do think that, and again, we talked about how Cliffs Resource not in a position to even be at the table. So when you're left with the core steel business that's getting enhancements, by the way, they had 22,053 employees at the end of 2024. I'm not sure how this leads to 70,000 jobs, but let's see. I just wonder how much more there is in this asset. So great trade, and in fact, I see the delta between here and a deal price. You've had a good run, and I think, look, U.S. Steel was valuable. I think we've all said we thought that the company without this deal was worth owning, and I just don't think that the steel industry is so exciting here, even with those improvements.